And here we are, folks. Happy New Year. Looks like the Wi-Fi is cooperating now. So, it is day one of the 30 days of meditation, and I'd like to welcome you to the Meditation Challenge. If you're new to the Meditation Challenge, then this group was originally founded as a 30-day meditation challenge group. You know, I've always wanted to share my experience of meditation with people because I found that it's given me a path toward self-discovery that nothing else has in life. I started meditating, as you may know, about 30 years ago when I first started martial arts. And I learned my first meditation techniques from my first martial arts teacher. And over the years, I've studied different meditation techniques. So today, what I'll be doing, and what I'll be doing for each day during the 30 days of meditation, is something called the single-pointed mind meditation technique. It involves a technique of concentration. So I'll be demonstrating the meditation here live in the group. And this is the 7th or 8th 30-day meditation challenge that I've hosted here in the group. So one of the things that I've noticed over the years is that everyone is really excited to start the challenge. But then when day one comes, I notice that I hear crickets. There's not as much feedback or enthusiasm as there was a few days prior. Everyone's really excited to get started. Then once it's time to start, it's like a ghost town. So this year is the first year that I'm launching a private group coaching program to help you guys stay on track for this 30-day meditation challenge. Because I know that meditating every day can be a challenge. And 3 years ago when I started this group, meditating every day was a challenge for me. Even though I've been meditating for a long time, I would practice consistently for some time, gain some progress, and then, just like anything in life, we get sidetracked, we get distracted, and then I wouldn't meditate for a while. And then after a few weeks or so, or a month, I'd notice that I really missed my meditation, my daily meditation practice. So this happened to me over the years, and this happens to everyone. Whenever we get involved with something, it's human nature. We are very motivated to try something or do something new, and then life happens, and we get sidetracked, we get distracted, and you know what I'm saying. So, when I first began this group, I was very dedicated to helping you stay on track with a 30-day meditation challenge. And over the years, it's helped me to get back into a daily meditation practice. And now I'm up to meditating for 30 minutes each day. And it's not an issue. Sure, there are days when I might miss my meditation, just like anybody. But I think that when we're challenged, it really demands that we step up, to the plate and, prove to ourselves that the commitment we make to something is important in our lives. And so this is why I've launched the private coaching program, because I want you guys to succeed. Now, here I'll be demonstrating the single-pointed mind meditation that I do every day. This meditation is very powerful. And the reason why I promote this meditation technique is because it works. A lot of people claim to be meditating, and they're not. They're sitting and they're thinking, and they're spacing out, and they're having visualizations, and they're having all kinds of distractions happening in their mind. Well, that's not meditation. Meditation is a very pure practice. But in order to get to that state of meditation, we first need to clear the mind. And for some, clearing the mind can be a very challenging process. So what the single pointed mind meditation technique does is it strengthens your concentration ability by focusing on one point. So in this meditation, you'll notice that I focus on 4 different points. Now, I won't be teaching the meditation in the group here. This is what the private group coaching is for, where I'll be instructing the students in how this meditation technique works and coaching them in the process to help them not only develop a proficiency in this technique, but also to progress their practice from a beginner's practice to more of an intermediate practice, which means a longer practice that is more quiet in the mind, more still in the mind, that they're actually transforming from the meditation practice. You know, meditation is not simply like a Band-Aid. It's not like taking a drink and feeling better for a while. You know, we all want to feel better, and that's why we're attracted to meditation. But to me, the process of meditation is an actual process of transformation, where we take our current state of mind, which for whatever reason has become what it is today. It's a conditioned state of mind. You know, most people are in very low states of consciousness throughout the day. They're usually very unhappy. They're usually very, constantly having mental chatter, constantly creating a inner dialogue or inner narration of what's going on. And we've all experienced this. We're walking around and we're talking to ourselves. It's crazy. It's literally crazy. But it's the way that we're brought up in the world. Our mind becomes conditioned. When we're born, it's not necessarily like this. When we're born, we're a fresh new baby. And then as we grow up, we're conditioned by the world, our cultures, our families. And this mental conditioning through society, through language, through religious philosophies, education, media, etc., 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 we develop ways of viewing the world that are very limited. And we experience limited states of perception and limited states of mind. So what true meditation is about transforming from one state of mind into a higher state of mind, into a higher state of consciousness. So first, we must begin by clearing out the mind, by making the mind calm and quiet. And so the single-pointed mind technique is exactly what this is for. If you have a particular meditation technique that you love and that works for you, great. Please feel free to do that during the challenge and join right along every day. What I would suggest is, be inspired by the video that I create every day here in the group. I'll be meditating for 30 minutes using the single-pointed mind technique. So check it out. Observe what I do. See if it's something for you. And if you are interested in the group coaching program, as you guys know, I've been promoting it in the group. It's only $30 for 30 days of training and coaching. And I think it's a great value. I've made it super affordable so that anybody can join. Oftentimes when we don't invest in ourselves, we tend to not commit to something. And this is what I've seen over the years here in the group. Is during a 30-day meditation challenge, people fall off. They get off track and they stop meditating because they don't have any investment into, committing to that meditation challenge. Now, if you're someone who's super committed and can do it, great. But if you're a beginner, if you're new to meditation, if you can't seem to still the mind during meditation, then I highly recommend the group training program. It's awesome. So without further ado, I will get to the meditation, and feel free to post any questions that you have during the live meditation. As I meditate in silence. I use a particular app. You might be familiar with the Insight Timer. It helps me to time each step of the meditation. This is a meditation that involves single pointed mind concentration on various chakras. And if you're not familiar with the chakras or with the subtle physical body, the energy body, well, this is why I've developed the group coaching program. Because I'm here to share my knowledge of over 30 years of experience with meditation. You know, when I wanted to learn about meditation, I sought a teacher. I sought an experienced master. Now, I must humbly admit I'm no master, but I am an experienced meditator, and I've been meditating for a good part of 30 years. I'm also a martial arts teacher, and I've been doing martial arts for over 30 years. And to me, meditation is very much like martial arts. It's a form that we practice, and practice makes perfect. When you practice something, just like music, dance, art, whatever it might be, any skill, when you practice, you get better at it. But in the beginning, it might seem challenging. So I want to challenge myself too during this meditation. So I'm going to put this out here for you guys. I already meditate every day for 30 minutes. That's not really a big problem for me because this is something I love. This is something I know works for me. So I'm going to challenge myself during this meditation, and I'm going to do 2 meditations per day. A 30-minute meditation in the morning. This is my morning, guys. I'm self-employed, so I'm a night owl. I stay up late and I wake up late. That's just my lifestyle. That's what I like. So I usually meditate around 2 p.m. during the Eastern Standard Time. So that's when I'll be posting the live video. But I'm going to challenge myself because I haven't been meditating twice a day. And my teacher told me you must meditate twice a day if you're a serious student of meditation on the pathway to enlightenment, which we can talk more about later. So I'm going to meditate at night as well for another 30-minute period, and I'll post that live in the group as well. So it's going to be fun. This is going to be a fun challenge, folks. So here's what we do. Put your phone in airplane mode, make sure there's no distractions, and let's begin our meditation. Here we go. Well, there you have it. Okay. Any questions, folks? Mark says, great disciplined. It is indeed a discipline, my friend. To sit still, alone, just to hold the body still can be a great discipline, because what we'll find when we try to just sit still is that all these sensations in our nervous system, all these twitches in our eyes, which you may have seen in the video. Maybe I drank a little too much coffee this morning. But these are automatic tendencies that tend to distract us. And they're going on all the time. But we may not notice them until we sit down and try to be still. And then when we sit down and try to be still, that's the moment that we notice all of these tendencies of the body to twitch, to itch, to want to move, to get comfortable, of the mind to want to move constantly around. So what this meditation technique does is it cuts right to the root. With gentle focus, we try to hold the mind still, hold the body still. And this can be very challenging because of the accumulated tendencies that we've developed over our lifetime. And, even during the meditation, it's not always important to feel good necessarily. The meditation should be training to hold the mind still on a single point. And that's why it's called single-pointed mind meditation. So as you notice, when I move through the various chakras, I sort of point to the center in order to kind of give my attention somewhere to go to. And then I go back to trying to be still, holding the mind on a particular point. And during that process, you're going to think thoughts. Your mind's going to wander. And this is normal. What we're attempting to do is stop all of that movement just for a period of time. And this is what the training does. And this is the discipline. So excellent observation, my friend. And let's see. Kez says, I'm still waiting for kids to go to bed. How long are we meditating for? Well, Kez, you can meditate for as long as you wish. Whatever you're capable of doing, whether it's 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I'm meditating here for 30 minutes. My current practice is 30 minutes of meditation per day. But as I said at the start of the video, I'm going to challenge myself to do 2 30-minute meditations per day. So you'll see me do another meditation at night here in the group. And that's going to be a slightly different meditation. It's going to be the same process, what I call the 4 steps to stillness, which of course I go over in my private group coaching program. How to actually do this process, how to get better at this process, and how to stick to this process. How to perfect this process. And it is a perfection. It's a path of perfection, my friends. What we notice is that our mind is imperfect. It's constantly talking. It's constantly moving. It constantly wants to move away from the point where we're trying to hold it at. But during the process, it's like working out. It's like developing a muscle. It gets stronger, and our ability to hold our mind still gets greater. So if you just want to start with 10 minutes, Kez, that's great. Because it's better to do 10 minutes where you can hold still than do 30 minutes where you're just agitated the whole time and it's not, going to be a pleasant experience for you. And you probably won't get much out of it. So if you're new to meditation, I recommend starting with 10 minutes. And then over the period of the 30-day meditation challenge, we want to try to increase that to 20 minutes. And if you're an intermediate meditator with some experience, we can start with 20 minutes and try to increase to 30 minutes. And that's what I do in the private group coaching, is show you how to use the insight timer to slowly increase your time of meditation. Because let's face it, we all know that if we tried to meditate, it takes about 10 minutes just to settle down. Okay, so Pam says, wow. Good to see you on here, Pam. Wowee, terrific. We have to write tight. Okay, Rob, this was amazing. I had a thought about that brought tears. I couldn't love my body if I didn't stop and really feel it. True. Excellent observation, Pam. I agree wholeheartedly. You know, what are we? We are just a body, you know, our physical body. We also have an energy body, and our mind is a body. Our mind is like a restless kid that won't sit still. Remember when you were young and you had all this energy and you couldn't sit still? You couldn't even sit still in one place. You just had to run around. Well, our mind is just like that. So the process of meditation is a process of evolution, spiritual evolution, of evolving, not just as our bodies have evolved, and hopefully as adults, or as we grow older, we can sit still, at least for a period of time. And you might notice that occasionally I'll take a breath and I'll move, especially when I move to a new chakra, because it's good to reset periodically during your meditation. And there's a lot of energy that builds up in this particular meditation. And let's see. Hey, Rachel, can you explain the single-pointed mind technique? Well, that's what I'll be doing in the private group coaching, Rachel, which we'll have our group coaching call later today. And, of course, what each chakra is all about. And, why we focus on the chakras. And you'll see me do it in an ascending manner. Why that's important, and what kind of results you should expect from that process. So we'll talk about that. Okay, and we will explain how I use the yantra. If you notice at the beginning of the meditation, I have an open-eyed period where I'm focusing on a yantra. If you've been in the group for a while, guys, this is the same process I've done during every 30-day challenge meditation. I use a yantra at the beginning of the meditation. So if you want to know how to use that yantra, join the group training program. And let's put that back on the wall. So we'll be discussing that later on our conference call in the group training, Rachel. Looking forward to that. And Pam says, I'm really amazed, Rob. I looked at you and my thinking subsided immediately. Awesome. I didn't count. Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yes. We have all these tendencies of the mind. And, I do it too. I find myself, like when I'm walking upstairs, sometimes counting each step. It's hilarious. And it's good to have a sense of humor, guys. This is a process that, it takes a very serious person to really endure the process of meditation. But you have to have a sense of humor in order to really make it through. Because let's face it, there's a lot of funny stuff that we do in our minds. And so definitely keep a sense of humor about the whole process, folks. And way to go. So I will leave you with that today. I'll be back on later tonight. Who knows what time? It'll be kind of a random time when I do my nighttime meditation, because, I'm a workout guy. I go to the gym. And it could be midnight, it could be prior to going, I don't know. But the morning meditation I will always do around, 1 or 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So thank you guys for joining me today. We'll see you in the next meditation. And again, post any more questions that you have at the bottom of this video, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.